friends, my name is Katie. Welcome back to my channel, Life Between Words. And it has been a hot minute since my children have been on camera, and this is why. Anyway, it's also been a hot minute since I've made a video. I thought I would do a little combination video today. I'm going to do a book haul slash my page habit unboxing because I've got books to show you, and since I didn't do a video last week, this is what I got to do. So the first two books I got were from publishers. The first is called A Psalm for Us. This is a book of poetry, and the publisher is Andrews McMeel Publishing. And I don't know if you're familiar with this publisher, but they publish a lot of poetry, including A Psalm for Us by Raina Biddy. They also are the publisher of the very popular, oh, it's so popular on BookTube, why can't I remember the name of it? I can't remember, but it's the book of poetry that everyone has read. I have not, but they are the ones that publish it. I'm really sorry, I cannot, I have children crawling on me. This is insanity, you guys. I don't know why I decided to film a video. I do know why I decided to film a video. It's been like 2 weeks almost since I have, and guys, this is why. Okay, I have not read a lot of poetry in my life. This one does seem like it's going to be something that I'll enjoy. The other book they sent me, I'm super excited to own, and that is Anne of Green Gables, a graphic novel. You guys know my obsession with Anne of Green Gables. Anything Anne of Green Gables, I want to get my hands on. I basically want to own every edition out there, and the illustrations are just really sweet. I don't know if you can see them. I'm really excited to read this. My sweet boy. I love it. Oh, Wilder, let go of that. Fox, go stop him from doing that. Speaking of my love for Anne of Green Gables, I got myself another copy. I kind of want the whole set, the whole series in this. This is a Virago Modern Classics edition, and they have all 8 books from the Anne of Green Gables series. I was also sent another book by another, I think this is an indie publisher called Legend Press. Legend Times. The book they sent me is called The Generation Game by Sophie Duffy. I don't really know much about this book. The main character's name is Philippa Smith. She's in her 40s, and she has a daughter, no husband, and nowhere to turn. So she turns to the only place she knows, the beginning. So I'm assuming maybe she goes home, in whatever sense that means. Hopefully I'll get to this sometime this summer. It is a contemporary, and that's often when I feel in the mood for this type of book. Alright, I have one more book that I've been sent in honor of Middle Grade March. I don't accept a lot of books from authors when they approach me, mostly because it happens a lot, and I just am not always sure if the books are going to jive with my taste. But in honor of Middle Grade March, I decided to accept this copy, and it looks like it's probably an independent press, New Wrinkle Publishing in Australia. I do know that the author is Australian, and the book is called Gregory and the Grimbuckle. Yes.
Did you have a kiss on your hair?
Is that where you kissed me? Oh, thank you. This is about a 10-year-old boy named Gregory who discovers a little creature called a Grimbuckle, and I will probably not be getting to this Middle Grade March, but hopefully I do want to be consistently reading more middle grade, so hopefully I'll get to this at some point. And it was so sweet of the author to send this to me. She also sent me this really cute little pouch with Gregory the Grimbuckle on it. So, so there's that book. A couple weeks ago, I took a huge stack of books over to our used bookstore, and in exchange, I got some store credit. I immediately turned around and got some books. I still have a little bit of store credit left, but I didn't want to go overboard because I am trying to limit the amount of books I buy this year. First book I'm going to talk about, I'm the most excited about. I've been wanting to read it since last year. It's called Prairie Fires, The American Dreams of Laura Ingalls Wilder, and it's by Caroline Fraser. This was among the 10 best books from the New York Times Book Review last year. It's a nonfiction book about the life of Laura Ingalls Wilder, and it got so much acclaim last year. And I love Laura Ingalls Wilder. She holds a really special place in my heart. I read and loved all, nine books. I read and loved all 9 books when I was a kid. And I actually have several nonfiction books about Laura Ingalls Wilder that I have yet to read, but this one comes highly recommended. I'm very excited to get to it. And I found a copy at the used bookstore. Isn't that amazing? And it's in amazing condition. I mean, it might even be brand new. I also found the first book in Elin Hilderbrand's Christmas series. The first one is called Winter Street. I saw this book all over Instagram, or I saw the series rather all over Instagram this past Christmas season, and I wanted to start collecting the books when I saw them at used bookstores, etc. before next December, because this is a series that I'd really like to read. It's an adult Christmas series, and what sounds better than that? I also purchased 3 new released books, all from Amazon. The first is one of the only books I purchased for middle grade March, and that is Hello Universe by Erin Entrada Kelly. I got this because this was the 2018 winner of the Newbery Medal, and I love the Newbery Medal. It's almost always a guaranteed hit for me when it comes to middle grade books. I'm really excited to read this. It is about 4 different kids who all live in the same neighborhood, I'm pretty sure, or no, they go to the same school. I just don't think I'm going to make it to this book during middle grade March, but hopefully soon, because I do want to read this book this year since it won the Newbery Medal like a month ago. The next book was kind of a mistake purchase because I picked out this book for Book of the Month Club, so I already had a copy, and it was Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone, but I was at Costco and they had this beautiful finished copy, and the cover looks the same, it just doesn't have any of the, you know, more decorative detail, so I got it, which was really silly. But I think I'm going to do a giveaway on my Instagram of the other copies, so keep an eye out for that if you're Instagram friends with me, because I don't need 2 copies of The Great Alone. I just don't. I do think I'm going to love it. Haven't read it yet, couldn't tell you, but I loved Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. I've heard wonderful things about this book. It's about a family living in Alaska during the 1970s. Wilder, careful, Lovey. The father is dealing with some PTSD, I believe, from the Vietnam War, and they are trying to survive in the wilderness on a homestead. So yeah, I've heard great things. My husband and I went on a date a few weeks ago, and we often return to the scene of the crime. We met at a bookstore and fell in love. Anyway, we often return to Barnes & Noble when we are on a date, and we allowed each other the purchase of one book. I chose Matt Haig's How to Stop Time. What are you trying to do, Wilder? This is about a man who has a condition that keeps him from aging fast. So he's like 150 years old or something, no longer than that. No, he's been alive for centuries, but he looks like he's probably about 40. The premise is that he is part of this society, and the first rule of that society is that you don't fall in love. There are other rules too, but that is the main one, no falling in love. And of course, with that, I think the idea is that he falls in love. I'm really excited to read this. I have read one other Matt Haig book, and it was for kids, and it was about Santa Claus, and it was this past winter. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that is the Matt Haig book that I read. I am being bombarded by children. This was a terrible idea! What was I thinking? This is why I do it during nap time. Finally, I have a new release that has also been very hyped. I think it was just released, and it is called I'll Be Gone in the Dark. The subtitle is One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer. This is by Michelle McNamara. I was drawn to this book for several reasons. One is that I have heard great things, first of all, but also I am kind of morbidly curious when it comes to serial killers, and so I want to know what Michelle McNamara has discovered about this particular case. The Golden State Killer went on a killing spree, I think back in the 80s. I could be wrong about the timeline there, but he was never caught. And so Michelle McNamara did kind of her own investigation, but before the investigation ended, she died tragically. The other thing about that is that Michelle McNamara was the wife of Patton Oswalt. So you guys probably recognize that name. He is an actor and comedian. He voiced the main character in Ratatouille, the Pixar movie. He also does the voiceover for, the narration in The Goldbergs, if anyone watches that show. He's been in a lot. You'd recognize him. And so Patton Oswalt writes, I think the foreword or the afterword. Someone did kind of put all of her research together in order to finish the book, but it was not Michelle who finally pulled everything together. I do think that this sheds a lot of light onto the crimes that were committed, and I don't know if she comes to any conclusions, but I do think that it was pretty revealing. I've heard really, really amazing things about this book. Really excited to read this. I think I'm going to get to it in April with Julie. These are the books that I've acquired recently. It's been a while since I've done a haul. Most of you probably know that I am a Page Habit rep. I love being a Page Habit rep. I love this box. I think it's really unique. It's one of my favorite boxes on the market. This and Book of the Month Club are my two favorites. Okay, Fox is telling me that we need to open it, so I'm going to. This month they are donating books to Ethiopia. Do you want to look at that? And it always gives you statistics. It's really cool. On the other side, it tells you all of the books for the different genres that you can choose from with Page Habit. And I saw that one of the books this month was The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna.
There's something in the bag.
Yes, there is. They also have really cool bookmarks. This one says, "Sleep is good," he said, "and books are better." George R.R. Martin.
Mom,
yes, what?
Is there a toy for me?
There's something in here that I'll let you have in just a minute. So this is a Game of Thrones bookmark. I love it. This little one down here ruined my Harry Potter bookmark from Page Habit, and I am mourning that because that was the coolest bookmark, but it was my fault for leaving it somewhere where he could grab it and bend it. Also, we have a hat. Oh my gosh.
Is that
mine? Look. So it's a hat and it says bookworm on it. I love it. So subtle.
I can fit.
Oh, it fits you.
Yes, my hat.
It's your hat. Are you a bookworm?
I'm not.
You're not a bookworm?
No.
Oh. Let's see what else they've got in here.
Do they got toy? Do they got toy for me?
Oh, looks like, oh, these look like little notebooks. These are right up your alley, Fox. Oh, they are just perfect for you. What do you think of those? They also always include a short story. This is Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving. Really? Wilder, It was a really bad idea for me to include my children in this video, you guys. The book is called, oops, sorry, didn't mean to knock you in the head. The book is called Song of a Captive Bird, a novel by Jasmine Darznik. There's also a note from the author, so let's find out about this book. I get the historical fiction box, just so everyone knows. This is a really beautiful cover, very colorful. Let's read about what the author has to say about the book. Hello, readers. I'm honored and thrilled to share Song of a Captive Bird with you. To me, Farouk is one of the most fascinating figures of the 20th century, a bold, brave woman who lived an authentic, exciting, and revolutionary life. I spent years and years reading her poems and studying her life, and the more I learned about her, the more urgent it felt to share her story, to share the encouragement, wisdom, and inspiration she's given me. It sounds like this book is about a famous poet, but not one that I've heard of. Let's see. Like I said before, I have not read a lot of poetry. Oh, Farouk Farrokhzad, who defied Iranian society to find her voice and her destiny. Wow. So I am really excited to read this book. It sounds amazing. And Jasmine Darznik was also born in Tehran, although she moved to America when she was 5. Page Habit has never failed to send really interesting books. I'm very excited to get to this one. Alright everyone, that is my book haul and my Page Habit unboxing. Thank you for sticking around in all of this chaos. My boy's crazy. Life is crazy, but good and full. I will talk to you all later. Have a great day everyone. Bye. Wave to the camera, kiddos.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Hey, Helen! Throw it to me.
Okay, I'll throw it over on the couch. Wait, hang on.
Who's there?
Alright.
I'm staying right here on my own. Not you.
Not me, but I need to be in the video.
I'm going to be a little closer.
I can see your eyes. Alright, Fox, I need to sit down on the bench now.
Me.
Well, why don't you go pick out a favorite book that you want to talk about?
You know what the green one is named?
Yeah. I don't. We'll call Daddy back. Oh, he went to bed. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
What's going on with this? Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
All sorts of
Yeah,
uniforms.
my husband. What's going on?